Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Again? Oh, this is very disheartening. Yep, this is what we woke up to this morning. It is melting, but it's still here. Poor birdies that are building their nests already. I don't know, I'd hate to have to raise my young out in this weather. Oh well, March and April, it's the beginning of April already, are not fun months sometimes. All right, let's go in and make some coffee. Some nice hot coffee. Good morning. Day 110, cooking down the freezer and the working pantry food. Wow, that's a lot of cooking. So anyway, today it's back to the usual. I made some yogurt yesterday, some oat soy yogurt, and I figure my yogurt has been lasting a couple weeks in my refrigerator. So it makes quite a bit of yogurt. I have a video of that a little bit back. I'm not sure what day it was, but I wanted to make a new culture of yogurt because I didn't want my culture to go bad. So, and it turned out really tasty. I made it a tiny bit thinner this time. I just wanted to see how that turned out. I used a little bit less steel cut oats to the water ratio. I used 3/4 cup oats to 4 cups water. Before that I was using 1 cup to 4 cups. So I like it both ways. The one it's a little thicker, the other one it's still thick but a little bit thinner, and either way is fine. So this is my last bottle of the Great Value chocolate creamer. I have a couple more of the International Delights, and they're pretty much the same. I have a feeling the same company makes them. So, and a lot of times these stores that have their own brand will have companies that are the ones that make the regular yogurt, like Dannon makes Great Value brand, one of my viewers told me, and some of the cereals are made by Kellogg's. So, you know, spend less money on some of the store brands. I think they're good, and actually I prefer the Great Value brand of creamer, but that might all be psychological, I don't know. But anyway, so today I'm hoping to stay home. You saw the weather again. This is really disheartening. You know, it would be nice once in a while to go out and feel the sun on your face and a little warm weather. We've had the sun and cold weather, but oh well, all in good time. March and April around here can be all over the place. So anyway, I'll be back in a little bit and we'll see what else day 110 Good morning. Brings. Day 110. Let's see what's in the refrigerator. Cooking down my freezer, refrigerator, and pantry. Okay, so I have steel cut oats in my pantry. In fact, I just bought some more, so I have a good stock of it. But I did make yogurt, so I have a whole nother quart of yogurt here. Turned out really good. So here is a little bit of overflow of yogurt that I had. So I added some things to it. So I'm going to have this for breakfast. And then I think I'm going to have an orange. All right, still lots of food to eat in here. So anyway, I will meet you at the stove. Good morning. Another brisk morning here in Ohio. Okay, so here is my yogurt, and this is actually a candle jar that I saved, and this lid came from something else. I don't remember what, but I saved it too, and it fits perfectly on my candle thing. So I use this to store food now, and this lid is food safe because it came from some food. So try your lids on different containers that you have saved. So anyway, I wanted to show you what I mixed with my yogurt this morning. All right, I have this. This was from Costco, and it's mixed nut butter. It wasn't my favorite. I've used like half of it. It would be good to put in cookies or things like that. It's a natural peanut butter, you know, with the oil on top, and that's not my favorite peanut butter. I really don't like it. But I want to use this up because this was not cheap. This was like $7-8 for this little container, and I thought it would be really good, but not my favorite. So I put it in things. So I put a nice big teaspoon of that in here. Then I have these berries and cherries, and they're dried, and they're really dry. So they need to be eaten up. There's just a little bit left. And then I have this Hershey spread with almond that's kind of like a Nutella. And there's a little bit left in here, and I want to use this up. I don't know if I would buy this again. I mean, it's good, but I don't use it that often. And, you know, they show here that you can dip strawberries in it, so that would be good. So I put about a teaspoon of that in. I put a little handful of the mixed berries in. And now to top it off, I'm going to add some of my favorite cereal, which is Special K cinnamon pecan. And this is the only cereal I buy. And a box of this lasts me a long, long time because I don't eat cereal very often. Once in a while I get a taste for some cereal with a banana cut up in it. But, so I'm going to put that on top. Alright, and then I'm going to have an orange. Oh, here they all come. Probably not the best for them, but a little taste won't hurt. Okay, that's it. That's it, buddies. Alright, I forget what kind of orange this is. Somebody said it's a combination of an orange and a grapefruit, but it's got kind of a, I don't know, pear shape. But they're really good. They're very sweet. So, and these were on sale. I bought them last month. And I'm just going to cut this up. And all I do when I eat oranges, I just cut them in half. And I just cut them in slices. And they're real easy to eat this way. And so it's really a day where, you know, hot oatmeal would be great. But I want to use up some of this other stuff. So, and since I just made yogurt, that's what I want to eat. So anyway, all I do with the orange is I take the slice, I open it up, and I eat it. Very easy. Boy, those are good. All right, so that's going to be my breakfast this morning, and if I'm still hungry later, I'll eat a little snack. But there it is. Breakfast day 110. Hello. All right, well, I did not have to cook tonight. Tom took me out for dinner. We had a couple of adult beverages and a pizza. We shared a pizza. My half vegetarian and his half is loaded with meat. So, no cooking on day 110 other than breakfast. So, I've been thinking a lot about people and their opinions and how closed-minded some people can be, and how angry people get if your opinion doesn't coincide with their opinion. So, being closed-minded is not a good thing. You want to explore all your options and see what maybe you might be missing instead of pointing fingers and saying, oh, that's just a bunch of baloney. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that. So I'm glad I finally got my little Ambiano hydroponic garden set up. So now I have 2 of them. And I'm hoping they come up because, honestly, I do everything on the cheap. And I had to kind of chuckle because Rhoda Stone had a video yesterday about how the cheap people are doing okay. And she mentioned me, which, of course, she was absolutely right. I do everything on the cheap. It's not that I don't spend money. I can spend money with the best of them, but I don't spend my money on things that I feel are way overpriced. I look for bargains on everything, and pretty much everything that I have in my house was a bargain. So, I like to shop around and find what I want, but do it on the cheap. So that's one of the reasons why I named my channel Ellen's Abundant Life on Less, because I don't want to spend those high-end prices on anything. That goes for my clothes, that goes for my house decor, that goes for my food. Pretty much everything. I like a bargain. Then I feel like I got my money's worth instead of giving all my money to a company that has millions of dollars to begin with. I would like to keep some of that money for myself. So I very rarely don't spend money if it's something that I want. Like right now, it's into the gardening, and I will spend money on gardening, but I don't spend money on the most expensive things. An example of that is my little Ambiano garden. That was $39 compared to a lot of other systems that cost anywhere from 70 some dollars and up. So, and then again, I don't buy the Arrow Garden pods that are free, that are pre-filled with seeds. I think they're too expensive. So I pre-fill my own seeds, and I look for the cheapest prices. If I buy something on Amazon, I look for the very cheapest price for what I want. So the little kit that I bought, that was the cheapest one I could find. I could have bought an Arrow Garden kit that was probably another 20% more costly, but I don't do that. I did the same thing when I was refreshing my living room. I didn't go for the most expensive thing. I went for the things that fit my needs for the cheapest price that I could find. I do the same thing with clothes. I don't buy high-end clothes at some of the more expensive stores. I wait, and when I find something that I like, that's comfortable, that fits well, I don't care if it's from Walmart. I don't care if it's from a thrift store. It doesn't matter to me. People aren't going to say, you know, look at that, she bought that at a thrift store, or look at that, she bought that at Walmart. And so that's how I shop. That's how I like to buy things. I very rarely deny myself those things that I want. I may hold off and not get them right away, but eventually I'll get what I want. So Rhoda is absolutely right. You know, be a cheapskate in your life, because you need that money way more than these big companies that are out there. You know, they make plenty of money on everybody else, and you have to be smarter and hang on to that money until you find what you want at the price you want to pay. So earlier today I made a bonus video. I had a lot of issues with the Ambiano little garden. It just wasn't working for me. So I think I finally figured it out, but I know a lot of you are not into gardening, and so you could care less how many Arrow Gardens and plants that I put in. But those of you that are interested, you might want to watch that video, because not everything is the same that you get online. And if you're totally clueless and you're a newbie like I am to hydroponic gardening, you might want to watch that and see what's available out there, because I bought a few things for it that I didn't realize sort of didn't go together. But we make it work, right? We do hacks and we do DIYs, and we make it work. So I know with me, sometimes when I buy something, I don't get around to using it right away, because honestly, it's like, oh, I'm afraid I'm going to do it wrong. And then once I go ahead and do it, yeah, I make some mistakes, but I fix those, and then usually it works out to be okay. I'm finding myself right now at that impasse with my shelving that I want to put up. I'm afraid I'm going to make too many holes in my wall and not be able to get the shelves up so that they're sturdy enough. So I'm dragging my feet. Kind of the same thing with the gardening. It's like, yeah, I want to start these seeds, but I'm kind of afraid that they're not going to come up, that they're not going to produce what I want to produce. But one of the best teachers in life is the school of hard knocks. And that's always been that way. The best way to learn something is hands-on doing it. if you do it and you do it wrong, so what? And if you do it wrong 10 times, so what? You just keep on plugging away until you get it right. At least that's the way to get things done. So anyway, I just wanted to have a little chat, talk about not being closed-minded, because there are people out there, if you don't agree with their views, that's it for them. They just don't want to hear any more about it. They don't want to open their mind to new ideas and new thoughts. And I don't know if it's fear of being wrong, but we're all wrong sometimes. And so what? It doesn't matter. It's how we learn. It's how we grow. It's how we become better people. And it's also how we become a little bit more worldly, a little bit more savvy on things that are going on around us, rather than just always taking things at face value. And you guys may not agree with me on that, and that's fine with me. Most of the time, other people's opinions are their opinions, and it doesn't matter. But anyway, I just wanted to have a little chat about that. And that's pretty much all I have for you today on day 110. That's a long time to be cooking up a freezer and a pantry and a refrigerator and still have a lot of food. So how many of you guys are cooking along with me and trying out this experiment? I mean, it's very eye-opening, and it'll change the way you think about food and the way you think about shopping and how much you actually need, and as far as nourishment and nutrition. It's very eye-opening. All right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.